Most of Madagascar's native trees have been felled and replaced by plantations of eucalyptus imported from Australia. Unfortunately, many of Madagascar's animals can't find the food they require in this new and foreign environment. But even so, the place was not totally barren of animal life. Dead logs, to anyone looking for animals, are fascinating objects. You can never predict what you'll find beneath them. Giant millipedes, perhaps, snakes, or here in Madagascar, as always, something very special. You might think, at first sight, that these small creatures are baby hedgehogs. But they're not babies, for these are fully grown, and neither are they hedgehogs, although they seem to resemble them so closely. They are a strange, extremely primitive creature called a tenrec, and they live nowhere else in the world but in Madagascar. The local people have superstitions and taboos connected with nearly all their animals, and they have them about even such an inoffensive little beast as this. Many men, particularly if they reckon themselves to be brave and strong, are unwilling to touch them. The tenrec they regard as a cowardly creature because when danger threatens, it rolls itself into a ball. So it stands to reason, they say, that if they had much to do with it, they too might be infected by cowardice. We made quite a collection of tenrecs of several different species, which we brought back to London. But these two I'm especially fond of, because a month after we'd got them back to the zoo, to our surprise, they gave birth to these babies. Unfortunately, the female was not a good mother and killed several of her young, so it was decided to take the remainder, these two, away from her. It was a difficult decision to make, for you can never be sure how creatures as young as these will take to a substitute diet. The composition of milk varies quite a lot from one kind of animal to another, and as no one, as far as we knew, had ever bred tenrecs before, the zoo had no previous experience to work on. Nor had they an analysis of tenrec milk. However, they fed these babies on cow's milk, greatly diluted with water and sweetened with a little sugar, giving it to them to begin with from a pen filler. Fortunately, they took it so successfully that within a few days they had developed enough to be able to lap up milk when it was given to them a few drops at a time from a hypodermic syringe, as they're doing here. When they were first born, their coats were merely furry. But now, after a week, the bristles are already beginning to thicken into tiny spines.